Hello, and welcome to another episode of McMullen Stories, the Reddit story podcast so wholesome you'd bring it home to meet your parents. As always, this episode is brought to you by McMullen Brands on Etsy. Let's get to today's story.
For context, I'm a 25-year-old female who was recently diagnosed with ADHD combined via care ADHD RTP pathway. I was given 10 days 30 mg Elvanse and 10 days 50 mg to try. I started with 30 mg and felt good. First few days were slightly euphoric and then it settled down and it was fine, but towards my 8th day it became what felt like completely ineffective. This also happened to be when I started my period, which was heavier and longer than usual. During this stage I upped my dose of 50 mg to try, which seemed more effective until my 6th day, where I woke up with a vestibular migraine, which I'd never had before. I do usually get normal vision loss migraines just before or during my periods, but never anything like this. I had extreme dizziness and vertigo, and it took me an entire week to recover, in which I didn't take any meds. I don't know if this was because of the health or because of my period, and the fact I've always suffered with low iron. It probably didn't help that I was trying to limit vitamin C to prevent interactions with Elvanse. When I felt better, I started on 30 mg again and felt good, but I'm not sure if it was just because I was starting again. But then I had to take a break so I could drink during Christmas Eve Boxing Day. I've restarted on 50 mg as I don't have any more 30 mg, and I'm waiting to receive 40 mg. Today I felt slightly wired, but really productive, and the crash made me irritable, and I threw up. I always get gagging attacks when taking and for some reason, my head feels tender and pressurized again, and I'm scared I'll experience a vestibular migraine. I'm awaiting 40 mg to try, but I'm scared my menstrual cycle is going to affect the efficiency of trialing these meds again, and it's stressing me out how little time you get for titration. Do the symptoms I'm experiencing suggest that 50 mg is too much for me, or is it just really bad timing that I've tried it? Should I continue or drop back down? I've seen some people split the pill and lower the dose that way, which is what I'd have to do whilst waiting for the pharmacy to become active again after Christmas. But the main question is, how did you know which dose was too little and which dose was too much? FYI, I'd never struggled with sleeping on either doses. I'd take my meds around 10 a.m. every day, as I find it doesn't last me until the evening, and I need to be most productive after work as a priority. I never drink coffee, so don't have any caffeine withdrawal. I have always struggled with binging, but since I stopped it, so I don't really want to try any other medications, but if somebody has experienced similar symptoms and tried something which helps better, I am open to hearing suggestions. I have started taking vitamin D, iron, and magnesium supplements. With only one appointment left, I want to make sure I request something useful to try, and want to make the most of my last titration weeks. Has anybody ever had to pay for a longer titration on the right to choose path, and was it worth it? What would people recommend I do going forward? Any answers to what seems to be a lot of questions would be appreciated. Please help a very hormonal girl out by removing URLs, emojis, and markdown artifacts. Fixing any spacing issues, preserving ladder personality. 677. Keeping the narrative intact. Return only the clean story text.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video, subscribe for more stories, and leave a comment below.